Hello everybody, welcome to what I believe is the hardest mod pack out today. Now, oh shoot, I forget that you can't even keybind there. What makes this mod pack so incredibly difficult? Well, there are several things. And I do believe there are other mod packs that, can be debatably said to be harder than this. If you're in the mod pack scene, you know that RL craft is incredibly difficult and takes a lot of skill to be able to complete. I would argue that this is harder than that. That's an explosion. This mod pack is called Blood and Bones. This is a 1.6.4 mod pack, so any of you who understand versions and have switched between them know that 1.6.4 is fairly old. My goal today is to show you why this is so difficult. What makes this so impossible? For one, natural regen is off. You're intended to play this on hardcore mode. I did not. Making my way through here. What makes this even harder is that animals fight back. If I were to attack those there, they would probably kill me. I don't think I'd be able to fight those chickens right now. They're too fast and do too much damage. And if you attack one, it's like a herd. They all get angry at you and they will all attack you. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. I could just go ahead and chop wood and get my wood tools and then get my stone tools. Well, there's a problem with that too. You can't make wooden tools. Instead, you have to use a mod called Tinker's Construct. And, yeah, Tinker's is a fun time in the early game. Personally, I love Tinker's Construct. It is one of my favorite mods. I mean, one of my most popular videos is on it. In fact, it is my most popular video. Go through here. Another thing is your brightness is defaulted at negative 30%, and torches can't be crafted the way that you want to. See, over there is coal, so I may actually have a decent spawn. Since natural regen is off, and food is incredibly difficult to find, you're going to be struggling. That bit of damage I took off the bat was definitely silly of me, and I should have thought better, because now I have to worry about the 9.5 hearts for a very long time. Now the good thing is certain foods can heal you, but you have to be able to get to that point. You'll notice that weight in the very top right above my map. That tells me how much I'm carrying. The more I carry, the slower I move. So it's going to make traversing the world very difficult. You'll notice I'm already at 6 pounds. What makes this even worse is I move slow on every type of terrain, and each one has their own slowness modifier. Like this dirt here, I'm going to be moving, I don't know, maybe at 80% speed. I would have to check the exact increments, so I wouldn't take my exact word for it, but I know it's slower on sand, slower on mud. Stuff like quicksand could get me trapped. Mobs. Oh, mobs are really friendly. They have special additions that make them have different types of attacks, as well as lycanites mobs, which is something you've probably seen in ROcraft. You know, various like dragons and whatever else. Sorry to leave that tree floating, but I only have so much time of day. This should be enough wood. I could go further in depth on some of these recipes later, if you would like to see some of these done. But for now, I have to hurry. We're going to go ahead and make one of these, one of these, and one of these, and one of those. Now I have all the crafting stations necessary. These are all the tables required to make your first tool, which is definitely a fun start. Mobs can see you through walls, and will try and hunt you down, so you're never really safe. It also has some of the most difficult progression I think I've seen in any mod pack, combined with the mobs that aren't going to just simply let you do that. The first night, get a little bit babied. But I wouldn't say, I would not say a lot. So this here is my first tool. It's going to be my axe. You'll notice there's an XP on that. I can level it up by using it. So there is some little bits and pieces here that will allow me to do better. You'll notice that this is slower to mine than it should. Flint is not actually worse than stone, it's the same. You break blocks slower in this, and you'll break stuff even slower when you're carrying more. I might be able to take on one of those chickens now, but I would rather not chance it. It's very possible that they could kill me at this point in the game. Something else that makes this really difficult is you'll look at my food here. Half a hunger for all of these. And I can only eat 5 or so before it tells me that I've ate the same food too much, which is incredibly brutal. I'll probably chop down the rest of these trees later. There we go. I will say this is actually a lucky start. You can consider yourself lucky if you spawn next to wood, a little bit of food, and some gravel. However, I don't think I have enough food to survive multiple nights. I can tell you a story. I was playing this with one of my friends a long while back, and a zombie with a fishing rod, yes, a zombie with a fishing rod, yoinked him out of the sky, what must have been 25 blocks up. I was already on half a heart from the amount of fighting we've been doing, and he got like insta-killed in the water, surrounded by a bunch of them. You see this gas that rises from coal? If I were to place a torch down next to that gas, it would blow up. This is because the gas released from mining the ore reacts to fire. Mobs are going to do increased damage too, by the way, so don't think I'm going to get away from that one. I'm going to get this here. I should probably get away from the spot with that mobs I'm seeing. E is on crack. Okay. What is that? Is that food? That's rotten flesh. I'm not going to mess with him because he will surely kill me. You also have to be careful standing in this gas because it can suffocate you. Oh, surely not, please. You see that giant monster over there? Those are from lycanites. Those are the type of mobs that are really, really strong. Comparable to the dragons that you see in Ice and Fire. Not those mobs specifically, but it's the same style of difficulty. No, no, no. Okay. Now you'll see, with the amount of parts I have, that this is practically permanent. It's not going to go away. And when you walk backwards, you walk slower than if you were to walk forwards. So you can't just kite mobs or, let them run into you as you beat them mercilessly to death. You won't be able to get away with that. You also get slowness and all sorts of other stuff. So what exactly is the goal in this mod pack then? And why is it the most difficult? Well, if you look at some of the crafting recipes throughout here, every single item, or at least almost every single item, is required. If you've ever played an expert mod pack, you'll know that you have to craft certain things in order to get to certain other things. Well, that's all fine and dandy, except for the fact that you have to deal with all these complicated mobs, as said before. So it becomes a lot more intense. Need plenty of this gravel here to repair our tools. All the recipes are more expensive than they ordinarily would be, and each machine requires you to do things that you would preferably try to avoid. My bad. Let's see, do I have enough wood? What else do I need? I need more food. It's a rutabaga, but it's next to the lava, and lycanites spawn in that. Don't know how much health that thing has, and I don't think I want to find out. But you'll notice as I go into options and video settings, this here, I can try and up it all I want. But if I go back in, it's still at negative 30. Avoid the plus, that doesn't mean anything. So, we're definitely going to be in for a ride here. We're going to go ahead and make our way up here. Right, torches are made like that. You'll notice I only got 2 torches instead of what would ordinarily be 4. Stuff that you receive from crafting recipes is also a lot less. Now I'm far from safe right now, but I'm going to try and get myself away from any danger. Creepers will blow up to try and get into your base, and will deliberately hunt you down. Should have made a shovel. Be a little bit harder for them to reach me. They also are attracted to light, as if there wasn't enough that they had access to. Now my goal, while starving, is to try and get further into this cave. I think this is usually the best way to start, because then they don't have as much free space to spawn near. I did not get enough food types. Not that full hunger will heal me anyway, so it's not going to do me too much good. You also have a chance of silverfish in any form of stone. It's not the silverfish blocks, it's a mod that simply makes any stone capable of doing that. There's the creepers I was talking about. We are not going out there. You can definitely probably hear all the mobs around me. They aren't going to let me roam free. Every mob in the game has more health, more damage, and more ways of finding you, which makes it significantly more difficult to get by. Notice wood also gives me less. Get some sticks here. Going to want more torches. Yes, I could go into the config files to make things brighter, and for recording I might. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any form of series on this, but I would definitely consider it depending on what all of you want to see. They can also dig. You can probably hear them up there digging. Yes, right there. But, we're just not going to let you do that. This is going to be my hold-off point. I'm hoping I can defend this area well enough to be able to survive their onslaught. You'll notice this is no longer giving hunger. It's because I've ate too many of them. This one's not either. And I'm effectively out of food. I may still have food, but it's not going to do me any good now. This would be a really bad time for this thing to break. Pretty sure I can use the crafting table, though. No. I need the tool station. Whatever that is does not sound friendly. They're digging right now. I need to hurry. Okay, hopefully I can hit them here and repair this as they come. Let's give myself more room back here to work with. That is extremely unfortunate. Probably gravel up there as well. Alright, there's definitely a creeper above me somewhere. I heard it drop. This right here, I would consider a good attempt. You'll notice I am at 5.5 hearts. I really don't know if I can survive any further. I don't have a spawn point set, but I'm actually doing pretty good. This mod pack is incredibly difficult, so you gotta take what you can get. And I'm still alive, which is definitely what I wanted to see. My goal right now is to survive one night. We're gonna go and check up there. Forget that because of the tweaks mod, I can place blocks, despite them not being in my hands, and I keep right-clicking. I'm gonna come up here and look. Gotta be careful jumping everywhere though, I'm losing hunger. It's definitely still nighttime. I'm probably going to edit a bunch of this part out. Me just standing around doing nothing. So we won't have to deal with that as much. Really hope you can't hear the running water in there, that would be great. I'm gonna take some more of my wood here. Is enough for a chest. Place you right there. We don't need all of this on me. Now you'll notice I'm back to carrying 0 pounds. My tools don't actually count for any weight. Neither do the torches. It's primarily the blocks. And some things have a tiny weight value on them, but the blocks is the big one. I'm gonna take my part builders. Try and save as much room as possible. I have to remember silverfish can spawn here. I think lycanites stone mobs can too, actually. I should be careful with that. Another creeper up there. The difficult thing is, how am I going to deal with them when daytime comes? To be honest with you, I have not thought that far ahead. With effectively no food and 3.5 hunger, I might be doomed to die. Let's see, can I make a furnace? Forget the crafting recipe. Okay, it still didn't change. It's still vanilla. Place you there. Can wood be used to smelt? And can mushrooms be cooked? They can. There are a lot of things that are tweaked and changed in this pack, and I think mushroom is one of the foods that can heal you. I could be wrong on that. Yep, I gained half a heart for eating that mushroom. So a lot of foods will heal you, it's just the early game is really difficult. Alright, I can get that off my screen, I don't need that right now. Go ahead and break this block for now. Let's get these out of my inventory. Actually try and make some stairs to not waste as much hunger traveling up this. I guess I waste just as much mining, huh? But did not anticipate on being this low on food. I do not have a solution to this problem. Death might be the only real solution, but I would prefer not. Is that a mob burning? Looks like it's becoming day. We're gonna wait just a little bit to be safe. They might just be attacking each other. Mobs tend to do that when they hit each other. Okay. The torch is covering everything down here. Yeah, some more gravel. Trying to make myself a little bit more headroom here. You notice that +1 mining level in the chat? It's because my XP got to that 100 mark, and it's now boosted, so I can now mine copper. Now, copper by itself isn't going to be useful. In fact, copper isn't going to do anything until I'm able to smelt it, which I can tell you now I'm not able to do yet. I'll have to get to that point. So this is my humble abode. I notice there's still waypoints still showing my previous map from a different world. This is several different worlds. That's 1.4 for you. I'll have to remember how to delete the map. It's a death point. I haven't even died in this world. Any more waypoints? Another death waypoint. These are tests from previous times. Right. But I do need to mark this place. My character is currently starving. I still can't eat these foods. I don't have a choice. Oh, that is not what I wanted to see. That is what I wanted to see. And we survived our first night. But you'll notice that I am not safe yet. There are a ton of mobs down there. But luckily, most of them are going to burn if they try coming up here, so I can avoid them completely. That is something that is hostile. I can see that in the UI. Please don't kill me. Give me this. I'm going home. Oh no. Oh no. That's a lightning creeper. I don't particularly want to find out what you do. And you can now see why this mod pack is so difficult. I have died and respawned, but I no longer have my stuff, and I still have the same health. I don't know if this is the same hunger. Anyway, I'm going to end this episode here. If you liked it, do what you do. It's all up to you. And have a nice day.